Thus will the Dark King fall, slain by neither blade nor arrow, but by a sorcerer's power of darkest magic. And so shall his body be consumed in the flames of eternal righteousness. What? I didn't read the last part, sorry. Bellargar Ironhammer. I dreamt of opening up the Ungutrin again, so that armies might freely march between my Khazad-dûr's and Thorgrim's realms. I dreamed of reopening the mines, of filling the coffers of our clan with gold and jewels. And then, once we delve too greedily and too deep, we're just going to kick the Balrog's ass. And make enough mithril chainmail so Frodo and Bilbo will be protected, right? Welcome back. Oddly enough, I didn't have to restart the computer. It seems that there was a sound bug caused by the receiver, but it kind of fixed itself. So I'm a bit... I don't know. It's just... If you should ever get a big Dolby Atmos surround sound setup with a serious AV receiver, for example, from Denon, you will have a lot of problems. Sometimes it barely works, sometimes it makes strange noises, sometimes it's Windows buggy, sometimes Nvidia is buggy, so you're going to have a lot of fun. The experience is glorious if you have the money and the space. Always get a decent surround sound setup. It's just much more enjoyable than, well, a simple soundbar, but does come with a couple problems attached. But for me personally, the glorious experience of this surround sound is worth it. Alright, so where do we end? Boris killed Vlad. That's very good. What else can you do, Boris? You know what? You are going to bother the Skaven. So we cannot encamp here. That's problematic. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. What about Varalf? I don't know.
To the provinces.
I see. Fildorf. There are the ogres. Can we destroy them?
It is for the best.
Of course, the question is who's going to be our main champion?
What does the Emperor bid?
That's our main army, right? I would like to replace... save character... Why can't I replace... Mount... Where can I replace him? There is a button. I'll replace Lord. There's the button. Oh. Okay, one round. Okay, never mind.
Ever vigilant.
Okay, let's get a warband ready. Give him a warband. I'm going to destroy the ogres. Ah! He's running! Of course he's running. But that's not going to help you. He's still going to die. Okay, then you attack this one. Perfect. Yeah, unit experience is probably more important right now. Can you reach? Yes, you can reach him. Perfect. 29%. Okay, so we even have... Okay. That's a bit problematic. So we will not have enough movement range left to regenerate, but never mind. Okay, ogres are done. Soland is safe. Mount, yes. Blah, killed. Yes, yes, yes. And upgrading. Do we have lightning strike? Yes. Okay, alert, ambush, defense. Let's go for replenishment rate for now. And now we have a lot of abilities here. First we have dedication to a certain god that we can choose. Persistent ability. Speed, blah, diplomatic with all factions. Ooh. That's interesting. That's buggy. Okay, so I'm tempted to either use campaign movement range and ward save, which is pretty awesome, but ward save only for the Lord, apparently not for the army. But diplomatic relation, of course, is awesome. Let's do it. We already have problems, since we were unwilling to join a war between our allies. This is something I hate about Total War. If you have an ally and another ally, and these two allies decide to attack each other, no matter what you do, if you help him, if you deny it, if you break both alliances, you're still going to be treated as a traitor because you did not honor every pact. Because you can't. If two of your allies are fighting each other, you need to break one pact. And the game treats that as treason. And there is no solution to that yet. That's... yeah, I don't like it. Alright. So, the Pride of the Empire, we already had that. Offerings to the gods, that's awesome. Protectors of the Empire. Controlling growth is fine. We're going back to Solland. And here we can improve, okay, the martial prowess of the general himself. And here we can improve the army, which is great. I do like hardy troops. Ooh, missile and spell resistance. That's good. Let's get that. What else do we have here? Campaign movement range enemies. Local recruitment capacity. What? That is great. Like, what? I mean, that's beyond great. That's awesome. Okay, hold the line. Hold the door. I'm kind of curious. You could call me a first generation Martin fan. I read The Song of Ice and Fire before it became a television series. Back in the days, I read almost all fantasy novels. I know the elves, the orcs, the dwarves, of course Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and all of that. And one day I went to my dealer for books. It's just an ordinary bookstore. And I asked for recommendation. And it was a woman, she said that she recently read a series that she found quite interesting, that reminded her a bit about Lord of the Rings and a couple other franchises, even though the tone and style was different, and it was called A Song of Ice and Fire. So I started reading that, and I didn't really think much about it. I read the books, and they were okay, they were cool, I liked them. And then one day, I read on my phone that they planned to make a television series out of that. And that was in a similar time period where they also made a television series about one of my most favorite book series called A Sword of Truth, which is an absolutely glorious book series. And that television series turned out... yeah, it's more than just a shame, it's a disgrace. If you believe that what Amazon did to Wheel of Time is bad, never, ever watch the television series about the Sword of Truth. You're going to regret it. It's bad. Even though Lord Ra was played by Haldir. But instead of being, yeah, he became the brother of the protagonist. Yeah, they changed the story, the lore. Imagine suddenly the Amazon makes a movie about Lord of the Rings, and then Sauron is the brother of Aragorn. Like, what? Why? Hey, why did you do that? It doesn't make any sense. And that's what they did in that television series. They just randomly changed the relations between characters that didn't make any sense. It was just ridiculous. It was beyond ridiculous. And, yeah. And coming back to the whole why I talked about Game of Thrones, hold the door. Of course, Martin is not capable of finishing his books, and the whole scene where Hodor holds the door, where his name comes to be, hold the door, 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 hold the door. That's not in the books. It hasn't happened yet. So I'm quite curious, or it's curious to me, did the makers of Game of Thrones get this piece of information, this idea, how Hodor's name came to be from Martin himself? So is it original? Is it lore? Is it the truth? Or did they just have a good plan, a good idea? I do believe that Martin told them this idea, this story, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, what else do we have here? Rank level 10. Okay, gluttonous growth, skill dump. Yeah, we don't need that yet. Spread control is good. What else do I want here? Martial prowess, yeah, that's still buggy. I could fix that now that I started modding myself, but I don't care. We have enough other skills. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Praise be to
Ralph
SEGA.
von Arnau. Braslang. No. What do we want to do with him? Recruitment cost, campaign movement range. Yeah, that's great. Campaign movement range enemies, I don't care. Upkeep, yes. My goodness. Personal combat mastery, hardly troops. Do we have a lot of ranged? We do have a lot of ranged. So let's go for unending volleys. I don't really care about the ammunition, but reload time reduction is great. Even though you do need ammunition if you have reload time reduction, because obviously if they shoot faster, they're going to empty their ammunition faster. Okay, so these two boys here are fine. Oh, we can actually... That's interesting. But he doesn't have 25% of penalty of range. That's odd. I don't mind. Okay, so we have 3 armies here. I mean, we have a lot of armies here. And we only have 1 army to protect the Empire. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. We'll see how it goes. Okay, 3 rounds and we can complete our outdoor story. Do we have anything else here? Cloudy! My good friend. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Are you kidding? Are you... Why do the Skaven have 10 full stack? Where did they come from? I mean, okay, these are not full stacks, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 armies. Why? Where? What? Where did they come from? They're just randomly... I mean, look at all the enemy armies here. They're just spawning and random full stacks out of the ground. And they took Kislev, these buggers. Do they have any... Oh, yes, there's a hero that we can snipe. Finally. Throt the Unclean. Hadar. You failed. Wonderful. Such a useful person. Hubert von Felten. Is there any enemy here? That's no. Go to the east. To the dark east. The enemies thrive, right? It's just classic. In fantasy books, I mean, it kind of was spearheaded by Tolkien, who put Mordor to the east. And he put Middle-earth to the east of Valinor, which is of course the most glorious of all countries, in the Lord of the Rings lore, basically. And it's kind of a red line that goes through every fantasy or science fiction novel. The bad people are always from the east. I mean, probably deriving from all this Soviet Union experience, and in general just that a lot of modern literature that is well, popular in the Western world, arrives from the Western world, and the Western world has always looked down at the East a bit. Sometimes for good reasons. I mean, look at the Soviet Union. They shot their own people because they didn't want them to leave. It's terrible when you think about it. The same as Russian soldiers right now. There are reports of Russian soldiers who would like to flee from fighting, but their officers have been commanded to shoot fleeing soldiers. It's basically, at this point, it's a Nazi regime. I mean, shooting your own soldiers because they refuse to fight? Because they refuse to kill innocent people? What the fuck? It's an absolute tragedy, and I hope that the Ukrainian people will stand fast and the war will soon end. I'm sorry for all these people that have died for nothing. Just because some rich, arrogant people in big palaces have dreams of some fascist empires. How about, Putin, you arrive in the 21st century, where violent conflict is no longer a viable way to achieve ends. Thank you. Welcome to civilization. My goodness. Enough of that. Quick deal. No. We can end the round. Oh wait, no, we can't. We need to upgrade. Ooh. That's important. 333. I'm going to leave it at that. Definitely money. Wall. I'm going to let him remain. That's fine. Building upgrade. Okay, that's also acceptable. Income from all buildings. Kind of great as well. Langil. Yeah, we're definitely going for a wall. Blackstone. I don't really want it. I know that the game's... The problem is I can't... If I resolve a skip this, it's going to skip all building upgrade prompts. So I'd have to manually check every region that we have in order to find the one where I can upgrade stuff, because the automatic system wants me to upgrade something that I don't want to. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, we can definitely... Goodbye barracks, goodbye gunsmith, we don't need you anymore. I mean, it's kind of nice that this is dwarf territory, because then we don't have to care about all of these evil species that much, as long as they hold it. And if Fort Sol should fall, we're just going to retake it. This is, by the way, obviously, I mean, it's obvious there's a marker of where Karl Franz has his final battle against these orcs invading, where they have the big spider coming over the hill. We did that already a couple of times. And this whole gorge is quite interesting, even though I don't quite understand why the Empire and the dwarves are not building a giant fortress here. I mean, obviously the evil creatures are swarming in, but as long as you hold this region, you could just do it. Hold a big ass castle here. So we're just going to... Wait, the damaged buildings? I mean, it's possible that... Ah, yes, Castle Tempelhof. Ah, yes, yes. Oh, Pyrrhic victory! What? Hello there. Oh. Goodbye. We did it. We're still holding on to Castle Tempelhof without any armies. Ah, Drakenhof should survive, yeah. Maybe we have Skaven. Skaven as a protection of the Empire and Drakenhof. That is only what you can achieve with Total War.
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Philippine. Oh, that's our fortress. They're attacking us, but only 3 full... Huh? Weren't they 4 full stacks? I mean, I don't mind. It's just odd that they are not attacking us with their full strength. Which I don't mind at all. Nice, we survived. So it was a good decision to bring Karl Franz and say goodbye. Oh dear. That's... Oh, they're actually attacking us. Settlement garrison. We're not losing any... Oh, we are losing someone in our main force. Well, that's not a problem at all. This is beautiful. Unit experience. Yeah, let's go for treasury. So we can just get these 2 units up again. Tax for... Oh my goodness. Tax is a necessity. It's a shame the public don't always agree. Hence the rioting in this region. What should be done with the ungrateful rabble? Income from all buildings. Plus 4%. Minus control. Or control. Yeah. We can't really sustain less control right now. So we're going with an extra fest tag. Another feast day. And an offering to Shaliar and Tal. Should keep the small folk in this region content for now. I'd rather I'm not sure if feast day is the proper translation for fest. First, Festtag should be written with 2T. 2 German words. Celebration day. Probably the proper translation, but then again it's somewhat changed into a more English version, so I guess it's fine. A great debate. Ah, 6, yeah, current 6, that's not okay. Okay, settlement besieged. You again? You serious? We already defeated you. Well, now you're dead. Supreme Patriarch. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, where's my army? My army. Question is, what army should we consider main? Yeah, this one. Okay, we have to replace them. Replace Lord with Supreme Patriarch Balthazar Gelt. You are indeed. You always are ready. Yes, yes. Could you please stop talking? So, should we change anything? Let's say goodbye to them. I do know that flatulence kind of get buffs from Gelt Balthazar Gelt, so that's fine. Veteran Halberdier, Swordsman, Sword of Ulrich.
No, absolutely not.
What their stats?
Do not test me. No, I will not be compelled. Not while
bit
more sleep
buggy.
hangs in the sky.
No, it's not buggy anymore. Okay. 12,000, that's okay. Leopold's archer.
So,
Should we change that? I'm kind of tempted to... Yeah, let's change that. We're going to send Leopold's archer. Where is that crossbowman? No, Balthazar Gelt has a proper army. What's the question is, where am I going now? They're obviously enemies. We do have an army there already. So, Gottrek and Balthazar Gelt are going to work together.
follow me.
And Arnkesslein, I want you closer to Altdorf. You're going to stay in Pfeildorf for now. I was about to say Grunburg, but this entire region is extremely vulnerable right now, so we can't really leave it alone. Ah, Pfeildorf Wine Market, of course. Do we have anything else here to do? Oh, we have Felix. And we could destroy Moot Camp. Camps are not a problem. You might remember from my previous gameplay with the ogres. These are just stationary camps. Yes, they can recruit units, but they can't move, and without standing armies, they're just useless. So we can ignore them for now. So we're going for Photobestier. We need to get rid of the enemies now. Okay, I'm going to upgrade that by... Oh. Oh no, I can't reach it. Okay, so that's fine. And... Oh my goodness! He's not in range, so he can defend this. Oh my goodness. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you kidding me? I mean, they obviously want Kalfans. I mean, honestly, this is quite lore accurate. I mean, you have the Emperor of Men in a random mountainside, surrounded by enemies, and allies far away. Of course you would muster your whole force as an evil army, as an evil faction, and try to obliterate Kalfans. Damn. And they're actually doing it. Those buggers. Okay, he's going to say goodbye. And we're going to need a couple better units. We need strong ranged units. Yeah, 2 rounds. We can't really sustain anything that will take longer. Yeah, let's go with Hochland long rifles and Jägerkorps rifles. And I would like to get rid of the spearmen. Honestly, they're just useless. We're going to get a couple of decent units. Like my beautiful Knights of the Black Rose. Why not? And of course we can upgrade this guy.
Fall in, men.
What we need, of course, is less attrition. Casualties suffered from all attrition also includes siege attrition. So if they besiege us, we're going to get less attrition, which is great. Campaign line of sight, that's good to see the enemies. Huntsman range is okay. Lightning strike we do have. Upkeep, no, we need that. Headhunter, that's great. Casualty replenishment rate, we do need that, but that's not important right now. Recruitment cost, growth. Growth is kind of important. Campaign movement range from enemies, that can also be useful. Character experience per turn, also useful. Upkeep, of course. What else do we have here? Hit points, that's all just the general himself. That's not that important right now. So let's improve the army. Self-protection. No, we need to improve our archers. We need to be ready when the next wave arrives. I'm not sure if we can defend this. 7 rounds. We can try to defend this, but not sure if it's going to work. Okay, friends. Time to say hello. Hey, sons, Birchuka. He survived. What name? Oh, come on, seriously? I don't care. Before we lose our movement range. Oh, we can just occupy that. Okay. Loopshack's lair, perfect. We can destroy that. Now we can upgrade France with all the new abilities. Okay, yeah, because he is a legendary character, I got a modification that massively boosts legendary faction champs when they reach level 50. That will ensure that especially AI factions that reach level 50 will actually be a bit OP, so they don't get randomly demolished by some minor faction that we don't care about. And legendary leader, yes, 10% hit points, armor, speed, ward save for the entire army. We also get master strategist, so more local recruitment capacity, less global recruitment duration, yes, and upkeep, blah blah blah. What else do we have here? Melee attack, Campaign movement range, yes. Recruitment cost, growth, campaign movement range. Yeah, let's go with recruitment cost. And of course less upkeep. Okay, so that's fine.
Huntsman General.
Florian, what did they... Haha, they barely moved. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure if I now go to the Citadel of Lead, they're going to further their agenda of bothering us. Citadel of Lead.
Fall in, men. Definitely not.
Could form a warband. Ooh! And bother them. Hehe. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Hello there. Errol Ziegler. What are you going to do here? They are the enemies. So that's where you're going to go.
Forward in his name.
Forestotbringer. We have a lot of armies now. What do I do with him? Yeah, we're going to get the Griffin Woods back. I'm not going into force march stance. I'm a bit afraid that they're going to ambush us or something, and then we're going to start with no fatigue at all. Oh, well, we will have a lot of fatigue. And then our units will quickly get demolished. Hubert, my friend. How about you make sure that Emmanuel Posner will fail? No. Jeez. So useful. Okay, now we definitely need to save money. Altdorf is soon approaching, level 5. And we're probably going to need, I don't know, maybe 100k or so to upgrade all of that. So I'm not going to upgrade anything except the most vital buildings here. All of that is not vital. What about here? I can't do anything here, and here also can't do anything. So we're just going to quickly check diplomacy, and then we're going to end the round. Next one we're going to find out what these dark elves are up to.
Born to command.
Vessel. 1,000 Morse. The Durki. I mean, maybe it's law-friendly. If you see the grandeur of the Emperor, if you see Karl Franz himself wielding the Emperor's might, with Sigmar's will, wouldn't you feel tempted to subjugate yourself as a dark elf under that rule? Yeah, I don't think so, but apparently this guy does, so
Do you not understand?
if he
So be it.
offers me himself on a silver platter, I'm going to say no. It's probably a it's an attempt at treason, obviously. Obviously, he's going to send armies into the Empire to help us. And then suddenly we're going to find Altdorf besieged by those pesky dark elves. And you will come and say, why did you accept that? And I'm going to say, it's going to make the interesting gameplay.